countries are constantly finding new ways of meeting the demands of the international market. Africa is endowed with a lot of natural resources and constantly seeking ways of commercializing these. Ghana is endowed with a lot of forest reserves. However, meeting the international market in terms of wood production has been a challenge. The Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology trains students in wood science technology, most importantly in improving lesser used species to meet market demands.
The department started together with the Natural Resource Program sometime in 1974, and that was an integrated program. So in 1982, the Natural Resources Program started. Now, it was still part of an integrated program then, until 1986 when we started the Wood Science Program. And then eventually, the department evolved in 1988. There was no program in wood science and technology in Ghana. So most of the people that worked in industry and research had little knowledge about wood science and technology. And there were a lot of inefficiencies, especially in the industry. So the government thought there was a need to get people to work in the industry efficiently. And again, those who were trained were mostly expatriates and people who were trained outside Ghana. So then the course came in handy to solve this problem. The wood science and technology field is a popular field of study for students, especially those who are interested in material science and it-related areas. And a lot of people have studied here, and they are in various positions, both in industry, academia, and research.
The Department of Wood Science Technology trains students from the planting of seeds to the sustainable packaging of wood.
Our products are accepted on the export market without much of a problem. We have several people in several positions that help in training people also in this area. And all these people, because we were the pioneers, all these people mostly were trained from our department. So when you take the polytechnics, for instance, we have almost about 70% of their personnel being trained here, both in the area of wood science and technology, sawmilling and furniture design and technology.
The department boasts of seasoned experts who train students in fields such as non-timber use of wood, as well as forest pathology.
The specialized field of furniture production and design entails looking at the material properties of wood and all the materials that are used in furniture production, their properties and their protection and preparation for furniture production. And then it also involves the design. Design involves bringing ideas to the product. Knowledge of creativity in design is very, very important. And then lastly, with the construction, how the materials are processed for the products that are designed. So if it's in furniture, chairs and things, these materials that are used in producing a chair, for instance, must be prepared and designed and constructed based on the requests of the customers. Now, initially, it wasn't a very popular choice because they find everybody producing furniture. If you go to the local areas, everybody is producing, the local carpenters are producing furniture. But what I put in was that they needed to see that it was important to go to the international market. And the international market will not accept the products that were produced by our local artisans. It needed some professional expertise to produce for that type of market. And I introduced the concepts that were important. And they adopted this, and things are working for them. As you know, there are about 1,000 plus small furniture producers in Ghana, but only 4 of them have been able to enter the export market. This is not good enough for the country. And within the 4, is only 1 who has made a significant impact on the international market. So the 1,000 plus companies are still looking for the opportunity to also enter this market, because it's a dollar market, and this is where you make foreign exchange. If you sell locally, you don't make so much money. There are certain things that needed to be done that will help them upgrade their skills to produce, to satisfy the international market.
I've been taking courses in wood durability, wood anatomy, wood chemistry, and wood preservation. That is, how to preserve wood that is not durable to become durable. Again, my other specialization is wood physical and mechanical properties. Lastly, I look at microbiology and then pathology. We've been looking at the diseases that affect wood. We have been looking at diseases that affect wood, timber, right down from the seed bank to the wood that is ready to be harvested. That is the forest pathology. And after the wood has been harvested, everything deals with wood science. We also, my team and I, we look at the wood pathology. That is the diseases also that affect wood at the log yard, wood at the processing center, wood in market, and wood in use.
Among the facilities of the department is a teaching and research lab where students go to test for the chemical properties of wood, as well as an ultra-modern workshop where students get practical knowledge in the use of wood. Due to the practical nature of the academic work, most of the students become entrepreneurs upon completion.
Specialized field in non-timber industrial material is that anything that is not actual wood by our biology definitions, but has some characteristics of wood or can do things that wood can do. These are the areas that we research in. And some of these things you have heard, bamboo. I think bamboo is a household word now. We deal with different types of palms to see how we can use different types of palms for furniture, for building, and so on. Oil palm trees, coconut palm, and then borassus palm. Borassus palm is what you call the emakube, if you have heard of it before. It's a very interesting material for doing so many things, but these are things that we don't use too much. Bamboo we use in Ghana, but for us in the wood science department, we think that there's a lot more we are losing out. If I may, I would show you something that is bamboo. What I have here is made up of bamboo. It's not made up of any ordinary wood, but these are laminated bamboo. The pieces that you find here, each one is about 20 millimeters, and so on and so forth. and then we glue them all together to form panels. If you look at this and that, one has a face that's a bit more glossy. It's all the final, finishing. We have a piece like this, okay, which can be made. We have things like this. We can fashion them out into flat objects like this. And this, we do that through what we call lamination. We cut up the bamboo, the round bamboo, into sections and then plane in a certain way. And there's a technique in how you plane. Otherwise, you plane and get a flat thing, but it will not be durable. So this we can use for flooring. We can use some of them for doors, for wall partitioning. So many things we can use. In the same way, this. But if you look at the two surfaces, if I turn it to the camera, one is glossier than the other. We can have different treatments, for the bamboo and for different purposes. You may even use them for louvers. This tabletop could be made up of bamboo. We can make security doors, by just adding up this and that. So we get a thickness like this for your door. And it will be very difficult for even some bullets, to pass through this.
Our services are open to the general public, and we offer services to associations like the Furniture and Woodworkers Association of Ghana. We've worked with our sister institutions like Forest Research Institute of Ghana, and we've worked with individuals that are interested in the area of wood science and have problems that needs to be addressed. Our research initiatives are mainly focused on improving lesser used species onto the market. Traditionally, we've had some species that are popular, that are exported out of Ghana. However, there were several others in the forest that had not been touched, and those were known as lesser used species. Our students and researchers here, lecturers, have worked on the lesser used species and have tried to promote them on the international market. One example is asamfuna, which is currently a popular veneer wood on the market at the moment. Research was actually undertaken in our department to promote it on the international market. There are so many changes that are going on within the department. We don't just work on timber and wood. We also work on non-timber forest products and sometimes on other polymeric materials. So in going forward, the department will be changing its name from the Department of Wood Science and Technology to the Department of Biomaterial Sciences and Technology. The reason is that because we work on several materials, biomaterials, there's the need that we get a name that reflects what we do in here. Apart from that, wood, we have focused more in the past on using wood for construction and other materials. However, the needs of Ghana transcends that. So we are also moving into packaging. So we are introducing packaging, MSc in packaging technology and management this academic year. And subsequently, in the next academic year, we'll be introducing the BSc program in packaging technology. And that will offer opportunity for people in diverse specializations to come to us to train on how to package products for both export and consumption within the country.